Hello everybody, welcome to That's Football. Apologies for the late Arsenal reaction. I had to go straight onto TalkSport, hence the yellow code, but that's a disgrace. I'm tired of this. The beautiful game is being run by prats on computers. It's disgusting. And I'm tired of, this channel is for everybody and I want to see everyone's comments here. I just did the TalkSport show. We had two Newcastle fans who came on. They were so humble. They were like, look, we'll take the win, but from all accounts, we've been very, very lucky. And I said this about Spurs with the Liverpool game. They are the victim. Spurs are victims as well because they've got 3 points and they know it's dirty. And it's not their fault. And Newcastle know it as well. They've been given 3 points by bad officiating. Why wouldn't you take it? If I was Newcastle, I'd be like, give me the 3 points. But they know down the road they're going to be on the end of it. Everybody is. Wolves have been on the end of it again. Brighton have had it. Everton have had it. Liverpool have had it. United have had it. Arsenal have had it. It's absolutely incredible. And I'll get into the detail of it. But I'm stunned. I'm absolutely stunned that we had that Liverpool... We had the lines drawn wrongly for Arsenal against Brentford last year that could have had a massive impact on the title race, and I think did. I think at that time, if Arsenal had got 3 points more, I know Man City won the title at the end of the league, but if Arsenal had those 3 points then, I think it would have been a different title race. I think it damaged them because somebody drew the lines wrong. So this has been going on for a very long time, since the VAR came in, but it's getting worse. It's getting worse. I feel that we're getting more instead of less bad decisions week on week. And looking at that Arsenal one today, and Arteta has come out after the game, and I absolutely stand with Arteta like I stood with Klopp the other week. And people will say, why do you get so passionate about it when you're a Manchester United fan? Because I'm a Man United fan who had a very stressful day today. We won, Ten Hag in, I'm very, very happy. But then I'm looking forward to watching football because I love football. So I'm looking forward to watching Newcastle-Arsenal, the biggest game of the week. Have no horse in the race. Let's just have a great game. For me, I'd love it to be 4-4. That's what I want to see. I sit and watch a game. I'm not talking about how well Newcastle defended or how well Arsenal defended or how well Declan Rice played or anything like that. I'm talking about Stuart Atwell, who I don't want to talk about. And I don't want to talk about Michael Oliver in the Man City-Arsenal game for not sending Kovacic off. And I don't want to talk about Anthony Taylor for giving the penalty to Newcastle last week. I don't want to talk about these referees, but they are dominating our game. I've mentioned the Liverpool game. Pelina last week should have been sent off. They're ruining this game. They're ruining this beautiful game. It's not just Arsenal fans who are the victim. It's not just Newcastle fans who, don't get the full glory of the win because everyone's saying it was robbed or anything like that. It's also the millions and millions of fans who were looking forward as neutrals to watch Arsenal Newcastle, like they were looking forward to watching Liverpool Spurs a few weeks ago. We're being robbed. We put a lot of money into this sport, whether it's subscriptions, going to the games, buying the kits, loads and millions of pounds go into fans watching football, and we're being deprived. This game, this beautiful game, this best league in the world is being destroyed by people who don't know how to play the game. It's dictators, little dictators, minority dictators who don't know what they're on about, ruining it for millions and millions and millions of people. It's not acceptable. And on that decision today, can I just say, the first time I saw it, I don't need the replays, the first time I saw it, I thought the Newcastle player hesitated and the ball went out. It looked out to me. And I kept saying it on the watch along, that looks out to me. They didn't look at it long enough. Apparently they've got an angle. Well, the Marcus Rashford one against Brighton looks in then. So why wasn't the Marcus Rashford one given and that wasn't? And this is the constant problem. It's the inconsistency. Today, we had a goal for Man United disallowed because of an offside that wasn't an offside, really. But then Man City a few weeks ago, he was offside and they gave it. So Rashford a few weeks ago, the ball was over the line, not a goal. But then Newcastle today, the ball isn't over the line, so it is a goal. They haven't got the technology. They don't have the technology to say the ball's over the line. It looked over the line to me. That's a big reason not to give the goal. Apparently, there's a handball in the build-up by Joel Linton as well. Another reason not to give the goal. And biggest of all, he pushes Gabriel in the back. You can't be subjective about that. You cannot go, I don't think it's enough force. You can't watch a video and tell me how hard Tyson Fury floors Deontay Wilder. You can't tell me. You can tell me that he floored him, but you can't tell me how hard he hit him. You can't say, Wilder's taken a tumble there. He hasn't hit him hard enough. Joel Linton knows how hard he's pushed Gabriel, and Gabriel knows whether he's been pushed over or dived. We don't know. We go with the video footage, and the video footage has Joel Linton pushing him in the back and Gabriel missing the ball as he tries to head it. You have to give a foul. To not give a foul, you were in the minority. You can't do that. You can't make subjective decisions on a minority. They've got it completely wrong. The goal never should have stood. And to quote Arteta, this result should not be what it is. It's embarrassing what happened. How this goal stands in the Premier League, this league we say is the best in the world. I've been 20 years in this country and now I feel ashamed. It's disgrace and there's too much at stake here. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. I feel sick. That's how I feel. I feel sick to be part of this. He will get a fine for that. He will get a fine because the dictatorship can fine him. And every word is straight up facts. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. I don't know what we do. I felt Klopp was right to say there should have been a replay. I think Arteta would be right to say there should be a replay. I know that's very extreme, but what do you do when incompetence on a major level is dictating results? Spurs beat Liverpool, Newcastle beat Arsenal. Liverpool and Arsenal would be probably everybody's big favourites to win the league if Man City aren't going to do it. But both teams in November have been deprived of 1 point, maybe even 3 points. I mean, Man City, I'm not digging Man City out here, but they've had a goal that was offside given. They've had Kovacic that should have been sent off, not given. They've had a dodgy penalty against Man United in the Manchester derby that never gets given for anybody else. And then you've got Arsenal and Liverpool who've had two of the biggest injustices in Premier League history. I'm not digging Man City out. What I'm saying is Man City are the best team in the world. They're the best team in the world. They don't need their rivals being deprived of points to win the league. They don't. So Arteta's right and Klopp is right. These decisions make a hard job impossible. It would be hard for Liverpool and Arsenal to topple Man City anyway, but they're never going to do it when they're being deprived of points in this level of incompetence. It's a disgrace. And it's not just Arsenal. You know, the Wolves thing today is disgusting. Just because Wolves have played Sheffield United, it's not Arsenal, Newcastle on the telly. It's a disgrace for the second week in a row. And I just sit here. I sit here stunned. I sit here disappointed because what are we going to do about it? We can scream and shout. I've got a podcast, Goldbridge Saves Football. I've been talking of... Go search Goldbridge Saves Football on Google and go back to one of the very first episodes in August. And I'm moaning about VAR. Get rid of VAR. That was before the Liverpool onside. That was before today. I feel like I'm doing it every week and I'm sure everybody else does as well. And is that the plan? Are they just trying to grind us down into their own incompetence? Now is the time to have a plan. I don't like it when people moan Ten Hag out and they don't have a plan. I don't mind it. I don't like it when people moan about something and they don't have a solution. My solution is this. Independent regulation. The dictatorship of the PGMOL needs to come to an end. We get told by Mike Dean on telly. We get told by Dermot Gallagher on telly about what's right and what's wrong, but they don't listen to the people who, you know, actually know what they're on about. There needs to be independent regulation and accountability. And these referees need to be kicked out. They did it with Anthony Taylor. Stuart Atwell should be gone. Kick them down to the lower levels and up their game. Make them get out there and actually touch grass and understand how football's played. But the only way to do that is to have a bigger pot of competence. We've got to start getting in foreign referees. We've got to be going to Sweden. We've got to be going to France. We've got to be going to Italy. We've got to be going and getting the best referees here. We've got the money. Don't talk about language barrier. There's players at Man United who can't speak English and they've been here for years. And they're playing in a team sport. An official in the middle doesn't need to speak perfect English. And I'm sure a lot of them can do anyway. It's time to go out there and recruit the best referees. Because this is the best league in the world. You've got Belgium's best player playing in this country. You've got players from all around the world. Go and get the best referees. Because this is a shit show and it has to stop. And the biggest learning lesson, if they want to learn, is this. Please, for the love of God, understand the game of football. That refereeing decision for Wolves today against them, that Sheffield United player moves his leg towards the Wolves player to get a foul. I know that from five-a-side football. I know it from living room football. I know it from playing with a tennis ball under the arches at school. I know how to win a foul when it's not a foul. And the officials don't know. They literally don't know how football works. They don't know the secret codes of football because they don't play it. They just officiate it. And that's why people get frustrated. Because most fans on the terrace or on the TV will have played some level of football. And we know when they're trying to con people. And we know when they're diving. And we know what's deliberate, like Polina last week and Bruno Guimaraes this week. And we know that Havertz is out of control. And they're not officiating football properly. It's bang out of order. Get your comments in below. Smash a like on the video. I'll speak to you on the next one. Football's broken, everybody. And teams are being robbed in front of your eyes.